Well, welcome to the 138th Annual National Rifle Association Convention in Phoenix, Arizona, 2009. We're here at the American Gunsmithing Institute booth, and it's been a buzzing show, buzzing weekend. We got a lot of great stuff to show you, so let's get started. Uli with IO Inc. is going to show us something pretty unique, an MP38 replica that is probably better than the original. Show us this.
Yes, sir. This is an MP38C pistol, ATF approved as a semi-automatic pistol, and it's identical from the outside with the German submachine gun, always known as Schmeisser. It's an amazing piece of art. The whole thing is newly produced on CNC machines.
Everything.
Everything.
You said everything.
Everything. The Bakelite, the receiver, barrel, everything is brand new, produced in Germany.
This is not a parts kit thrown together on some sort of tube and created semi-auto. This is total from the ground up new.
Total from the ground up new. And it was designed this time for the U.S. market in order to, to meet the strict ATF guidelines.
But I understand that because of the high cost and the development and so on, that it was a one-time production run.
One-time production run, a limited run. It's a collector item which you actually can take out to the range.
Okay, and how much do these run approximately?
The retail price is around $5,000.
And worth it for built, I mean, these are essentially almost one-offs. How many were built total?
We imported 50 units only.
Only 50 units, guys. That is rare, rare, rare. Well, anyway, why don't you show us some of the things that you have in current production?
Sure. You know, right now we produce AK-47s and STG 2000Cs right in Monroe, North Carolina. These guns are brand new, not made from surplus parts. The receiver is fully heat treated. We use high-quality match barrels. Okay. And the precision on 50 yards is about an inch and a half with standard ammunition.
Okay, and this model is which?
This one is the STG 2000C. It has a sleek, modern design like an AR-15, but the reliability of an AK-47.
Okay, and do you have another model?
Yes, sir. We do also the classic AK-47. It's a classic look, laminated wood, same features like our STG, fully heat-treated receiver, match-grade barrels, and it's just a good, solid, US-made firearm.
Approximate retail?
Retail is around $650.
Very affordable for an AK built in the USA. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gene.
We're here in the Luger Carbine booth. This is John Eckert's booth. John's with the Ohio Gun Collectors Association, and he has a terrific display here of Luger carbines. And everybody loves Lugers, even when they don't know much about them, and the Luger carbines are probably the most romantic of all. So let's start with the beginning and tell us how long it took you to assemble your collection.
I've been working on it off and on for about 45 years.
Have you?
It's kept me out of trouble because I didn't have enough money left to get in trouble.
I think all of our wives understand that one. Well, let's start with the beginning with the forerunner here, the Burkhardt.
This gun was designed by, I usually say Hugo Borchardt, but Burkhardt is good. He was a naturalized American born in Germany, worked for Sharps, for Winchester, for Colt during the 1880s, and he developed this design apparently while he was in Hungary where they were testing the Maxim machine gun. And he liked the toggle lock, figured out a way to turn it into a handgun, and the gun works really well. The American Army and Navy and the Swiss and a bunch tested it, and they loved it. It just wasn't a military item.
Right, that's one of those things that looks ungainly but works well.
It worked well if it had the right kind of ammunition.
All right, well, that's a really pretty piece right here. What can you tell us about this one?
It's a very special, unique gun. It was a presentation gun. It was presented in this case, which has this plaque to a publisher named Orman Smith. He was, in 1900, he was the head of the largest publishing firm in the world.
So he had enough money to afford those.
Yeah, whether he bought it for himself, I don't think so. Someone gave it to him, but I haven't been able to figure out who yet. His initials are inlaid in gold on the chamber. The gun has literally unique features. There's only one other carbine known with similar features, and even it's not exactly the same. Some of the features didn't work out too well and didn't end up in the production guns, but it's one of a kind and it's in beautiful condition, probably been in that case for 108 years.
Well, let's take a look and see what else we have here.
Okay.
Okay, John, looks to me like what we always called an artillery Luger. What do we have here?
Well, that's what collectors call it. The Germans call it the Long Pistol 1908 or LP08. It was designed by the Army, made by both the Army factory in Erfurt and DWM, the contractor. This is a complete rig. It was designed to be a pistol carbine. The Army wanted that. So it's got the holster, the stock attachment. It's got a drum magazine that holds 32 rounds, I'm sorry, and it has to be loaded with that tool. If you try to load it with your hands, you have to have 3 hands. The Germans found that out and said that's not going to work.
Even Germans don't have 3 hands.
Exactly. And it was very effective. They used it all through World War I and even up into World War II. The Navy used them on small boat cruises.
Yeah, I remember the sight blade on there goes out to like 1,500 yards or something silly.
It goes out to 800 meters, and the instruction manual says you could hope to hit a head-sized target at that distance. I don't even think you can see it, let alone hit it.
Well, John, thank you very much for taking your time to show us. This is a very impressive collection.
Thank you.
Well, Smith & Wesson has been like a caterpillar that turned into a butterfly in the last few years. It's been phenomenal to watch them come back and bring out all the great revolvers they have, classics and collectibles and so on, all the wonderful product line of carry guns. And, you know, the M&P line has really put them over the top, and we're seeing an American firearm manufacturer getting a lot of American law enforcement business. And the M&P line, which includes the pistols and the assault rifles, the M4 style, AR-15 style, but they have also added something new to the M&P line. Matt, tell me about it.
Thanks, Gene. Brand new to the M&P 15 rifle line is our M&P 1522. And Smith & Wesson's objective with the M&P 1522 was to design a dedicated 22 rimfire rifle that looked, felt, and most importantly functioned exactly like an AR-15 style weapon.
So the true training learning experience.
Absolutely. The M&P 1522 really encompasses all spectrums of the sporting firearm. You can use it as a training tool for beginning shooters, all the way up to a training tool for your advanced tactical teams. And again, since it functions just like a standard AR-15 style rifle, it's a very applicable training device.
Okay. Well, when you say functions like that, it's still a straight it's a straight blowback, not a lock system, correct?
Yes, exactly. And I'll walk you through a couple things that I mean. When I say functions, starting at the back, it's got a 6-position collapsible stock.
Okay.
And the receiver extension tube accepts standard mil-spec aftermarket stocks. Also, it's got an A2 grip, so you can upgrade that with, again, most aftermarket AR-15 style grips. The controls function just like AR-15 style rifle. The charging handle, again, functions your bolt. The bolt does lock back after the last round.
Oh, nice.
But most importantly, it locks back on the bolt catch. So again, when you do reload drills, okay, the same motor skills that you would on a standard AR-15 style rifle. The bolt release, again, releases the bolt. It's got a 2-position receiver mounted safety, again, just like an AR-15 style rifle. As you saw before, the mag release. Okay, mag release button drops the mag. Each gun comes standard with 125 round proprietary magazine.
Now this is a dedicated firearm, a 22 long rifle. It is not a conversion kit, correct?
That is correct. It is a dedicated 22 long rifle firearm. And important thing to note, the platform is not convertible to a 5.56 upper or lower, so it is self-contained.
That's an important thing to know.
It is an important thing to know. And one other feature that's nice about the 1522 is it has a standard M&P 15 trigger group. By that, the trigger and the hammer. So if the end user wanted to, he could also upgrade his trigger group with an aftermarket one.
Okay, so a lot of training capability for a low cost as far as function, cost of shooting, and a lot of fun. 22 long rifle, M&P, and the model again is?
1522.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.